If you have a California LLC, then you might be wondering what your tax obligations are for filing your California LLC income taxes. There are two requirements that the state of California will require of you this April. If your LLC meets one or more of the following conditions, if you are doing business in California and or you are registered with the Secretary of State, then you are going to be obligated to do two things. For those of you that have a registered LLC, but you are not transacting business or you are not turning a profit, this still applies to you. Why? Because you have a registered LLC with the Secretary of State. The two obligations that you must fulfill this tax season are, number one, you must pay the $800 annual LLC tax to the state of California. This is going to be payable to the California Franchise Tax Board. It is due by the 15th day of the fourth month, so April 15th, after the beginning of the current tax year. Additionally, if your business earned $250,000 or more, then you're going to be obligated to pay an additional LLC fee. In addition to paying these fees, you are also going to be required to file your limited liability company return of income. This is Form 568 in the state of California. This is due by the original return due date. California Form 568 is your LLC return of income. This is where you're going to enter in your business information as well as a statement of all of the income that your business has transacted over the course of that year. If you use a tax professional, a tax service, or a tax software, in most cases, then this form will be included in your tax filing paperwork. However, it is your responsibility to make sure that this form is included and submitted properly. Once Form 568 has been completed, the next step is to pay your $800 annual LLC tax. The yearly tax will be due even if you are not conducting business until you cancel your LLC with the Secretary of State. For example, if you have formed a new LLC but have not yet begun conducting business or have not turned a profit, you still are required to pay this annual tax. The LLC tax is due the 15th day of the fourth month from the date you file with the Secretary of State to pay for your first annual tax. Each year after that, then your annual tax is going to be due on the fourth month by the 15th day, so April 15th. If you fail to pay your LLC tax, then penalties and interest will accrue. The California Franchise Tax Board is also quite slow at sending out notices and catching up with their overdue accounts. So penalties and interest can continue to accrue even if they have not yet notified you up until the point when you pay it. In order to pay your LLC tax, you are going to use LLC Tax Voucher 3522. This can be mailed into the California Franchise Tax Board using the address shown here, or it can be submitted online using their web pay system. The state of California no longer waives the first year of LLC tax. Previously, the first year was waived. However, this legislation has come to an end and the first year is no longer waived. If you have canceled your LLC within 1 year of organizing, you can file a short form cancellation, LLC 4/8, with the Secretary. This will be filed with the Secretary of State, and your LLC will not be subject to the annual $800 LLC tax for its first year. In addition to the annual $800 tax, if your LLC will make more than $250,000, then you will have to pay an additional fee. LLCs must estimate and pay that fee by the 15th day of the 6th month of the current year. In order to pay your LLC tax and fees online, you can use the California Franchise Tax Board's Web Pay system. Simply click the link in the video description, scroll down, and click Use Web Pay. Next, you're going to select the type of business entity, which would be LLC, and then you're going to enter in your Secretary of State entity ID number. Now, if you do not have it on hand, you can navigate over to the Secretary of State's website. There is a business lookup tool here. Simply type in your business's LLC name, and you are going to find yourself right here, and that will be the Secretary of State entity ID number right there in the top. So you can simply copy this and paste it directly into the entity ID number here. After you have logged in, then you are going to need to check the name. Now, your name may be rejected if you include a comma in it, so make sure that you erase that. Next, you're going to navigate over here and select the type of payment that you would like to make. This is going to either be your annual tax or your LLC fee. Next, we're going to be entering in the taxable year, starting with the first month in the taxable year and going to the last month. Keep in mind that you are paying for the next upcoming year because this is due within the fourth month of the current taxable year. Next, enter in your payment amount. If you're paying your LLC tax, then this will be $800, but you need to ensure that you add a decimal point and 2 zeros, otherwise it will be rejected. Once you continue on and select the payment date, then you are going to be prompted to submit your bank account or other payment information. Once you have processed the payment, make sure you save your receipt showing proof that you have filed this. Lastly, if you have watched this video and you have filed California LLC tax, then I know that you are a California entrepreneur. I want to invite you to join my exclusive community, the California Entrepreneurs Collective, which provides an ever-growing resource library of tools, action plans, and informative guides to help you grow your California business. Click the link in the video description down below in order to access the library.